Good morning. Happy Friday. You guys want to know what life after having cancer is actually like? TMI. And warning, I'm going to talk about my bowel movements. So if you don't want to hear about it, keep scrolling. I have had some serious GI issues since I was sick. I was on heavy-duty opioids for several months, right? I'm talking high-dose fentanyl patch, Oxycontin, Tramadol, morphine. They sent me home with the pill version of the water. At one point, I was in so much pain. And that went on for several months. And opioids slow down the digestive tract and make it very difficult to have a bowel movement. And I was on a pretty heavy-duty regimen of Miralax during that time. And even then, I was still only going to the bathroom every couple days, maybe. But that felt normal because of all the medicine I was on. Flash forward to now, and I have been off of opioids for a couple months now. I went down in dosage and slowly weaned off of them. I am still having trouble going to the bathroom. Like, almost to the point where it feels worse than it did when I was in treatment. I thought that would get better. I would just start going to the bathroom again after I got off of pills. Well, turns out that's not true. Now, I don't know what's going on. It's so bad that I didn't go to the bathroom last week for 11 days. No poop for 11 days. To the point where, like, I was walking around at work, and every time I went to bend over, it was painful. It gets to the point where I have to do magnesium citrate. Well, then that triggers stomach cramps for several hours. Finally, had, like, colonoscopy level stomach pain out for several hours. And I had to miss work because I could not leave the bathroom. So I went to my doctor's this week, and they're like, how are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm good, but by the way, I'm having a very difficult time using the bathroom. And she's like, well, what's going on? I said, I'm off of opioids, and I'm still only taking a shit once a week, if I'm lucky, or every 10 days when I force it. And she's like, oh, well, that doesn't seem cancer related. It doesn't seem like that would have to do with anything that happened to me. Well, no, but I would suggest that you see a GI doctor. And they could get you in with one here, but unless it's an emergency, it will take several months. So I would find one in Austin. Now, I didn't see my regular doctor. I saw the nurse practitioner, so I don't think that's what my doctor would have told me. But that's the American healthcare system. Not what's to withstand, and here's what, at the end of it, or what the worst part is. Now, all I can think about is, what if I had colon cancer, right? For a normal person, that's like, oh, well, that's pretty unlikely, right? Or you would think that. But they don't scan your whole body when you get a scan when you have neck cancer. They only scan your head and neck. We live in America, so they aren't going to do any preemptive health care. They're only going to do health care for what's already been a problem. Now, I could say the chances of it being colon cancer are slim, but they're not none. And when you've sat in a room and been told that a cancer sore on your tongue is cancer, not going to the bathroom for 11 days causes your brain to worry. And, you know, that's what cancer survivorship is like. You have all these things happen, and then once the cancer is over, you have all of these side effects. And most of the time with the side effects, all the doctors can do is say, You're left with putting the pieces of your life back together. I have a job, right? Like, I can't pull out of my job every time I can't have a DM. Every time I can't take a poop, I can't call work and be like, hey, I can't go to the bathroom. But then every time I force myself to go to the bathroom, I have to miss work. Cancer doesn't just stop being a part of your life. It's just always there in the background. And it's frustrating. Just needed to get that off my chest. Hopefully I have a couple poops this week. Love you guys. Bye.